Talk to me nice.
Dating. So you said you don't want to. Well, I guess I get it. And maybe I'm jaded based on social media. Yeah.
Thank you.
Based on social media, I might be jaded where I assume that the majority of women, they want dudes to be on the level that they're on. So that's refreshing to hear you say, like, nah, he just gotta,
just the basics.
Yeah.
It's realistic.
And that's not asking for too much.
No,
because
it's not. Not at all.
That shows responsibility. I'm grown. I hold my own. I could get from A to B. I have some place to rest my head. The basics. If you
And that's okay. Is it okay temporarily, or will it be okay for the?
Fine, as long as you can do. If you
don't think that's still a Build-A-Bear, but it's like a little further along. It's a little, you know what I mean?
No, I don't feel like it's a Build-A-Bear because he's established. You can't take away what people go through in life. Like, things take time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody goes through their own different things, right?
Mm-hmm.
We all have our life, and we go through whatever hurdles we go through, and we get to where we get to, right? So if this is what he has for now, like, this is what he's able to obtain this, and this is 2024. You gotta understand, a 1-bedroom studio apartment is going for like $1,100, and I know that because I rent my basement apartment for $1,400. I rent my basement apartment for $1,400. So you have, again, you're putting things into, you're doing the math, right? You have to calculate the average man makes $50,000 to $70,000 a year. Not for nothing. How much can we really afford living in New York by yourself?
Yeah.
So yeah, if that's what he's able to do at a minimum, absolutely.
Gotcha.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. And all right, so we're talking about a man that he's holding his own. He's grown.
Yep.
Have you met men that are on your financial level? And if you have, how has that interaction been? Have you been able to connect with guys that are like that?
And it's refreshing. It is
very
refreshing, because I am dating someone right now, and it's very refreshing because we are able to go out and do certain things together. He does for me and I could do for him. And, we balance each other out. There's not it's like a, oh, let me throw you on my shoulder and I will do it. It's just refreshing because I don't have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And just to, just the little moments of chivalry where, he sends me flowers to work once a week, every week. It's different. Like, I never, I haven't had that. Like, I have flowers sent to me at work, but he does it where it's like, listen, I'm around, and people are gonna know I'm around. So I respect it, and it is a different. Again, it's a different bracket. Right. That's all that it is. You have to understand your audience. You can't expect, right? I can't expect. If I'm dealing with somebody and I understand, and I've said to myself, okay, I understand, I'm going to deal with you, the guy who's in the 1-bedroom studio, or the studio apartment, who drives a, Toyota Corolla, who's able to do his thing. I can't expect that from you. I'm not going to set him up for failure. If I expect those type of things from him, I'm already disappointing myself, because he can't do those things for me. Whereas if there's someone who's already established and he's already, there on my level or on my level, or someone who is established and, they already know certain things to do or certain ways to move around you. And it's just a natural flow for them. What their natural flow is not the other person's natural flow. So you just have to understand your audience and who it is that you're dating with. Absolutely. And give them the grace for what they're capable of doing. And that's
so refreshing. It's actually really refreshing to hear you say that, because I guess we're hearing women on the internet speak, and you're hearing Ebony K. Williams speak about she can't date the bus driver, or she can't do certain things.
Nah,
And
listen.
it's kind of refreshing to hear that people really have realistic expectations
Absolutely.
of who they want to be
Absolutely.
with.
Hopefully.
And yeah.
We let's be realistic.
Right.
You know that
Because you want to be happy.
exactly.
At the end of the day,
you want to be happy at the end of the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to understand that to make things work, you have to put in your part too.
Right.
And especially living in this day and age, like I said earlier, you need 2 incomes in the family. Like if you want to live that lifestyle, you want to be comfortable. It makes it easier. It's not so much pressure on one person. You know what I mean? It makes it easier. It alleviates a lot when there's that help there. And then you can do so much more.
Absolutely.
And then you can obtain so many more goals. So yes, you can deal with the person that's willing to put in the work, and you ready to, if you ready to put in that work and get us to the next level, let's go. If you have a vision and you just didn't have the right person to move with you, well, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We got places to go now then.
So
that's me.
Can I ask you this question?
Absolutely.
All right, and we'll move on. You got the guy that studio apartment, Toyota Corolla, and then you got the guy that's sending you flowers every week, and he's financially on your level. But let's say personality wise, you click with the studio Corolla guy, and
all day.
And it's like
who
wins? Who wins out? Who wins out?
All day. I'm with the studio guy. The studio guy. Let me say this. I'm with the studio guy if he's willing to motivate himself and discipline himself to get to a better place, because we can't just stay here, right?
Yeah.
We can't just stay here.
Yeah.
It's cool for now, but we have to move from here because I live a current certain lifestyle, right? And I get that you live your lifestyle, but I'm not going to depreciate my level of life to meet you where you are. No, I'm going to bring you up.
Right.
But if you're not willing to come up and at least meet me at where I'm at, then it's not going to work. As long as you're willing to put in that work, then cool, let's go. But if not, if I already have someone that's already there and we're already doing the things that I like, and he's showing me, the things that I want and the person that I need for that time, and he's showing me what it is, that's who I'm going to be with.
And when you're an established person, man or woman, and you're dating, that's something that
you can take you can make those choices.
Right.
You have those options.
Yeah.
When you're established, and that's just what it is.
We hear people talking and niggas like, y'all, I can't date no scrub. I can't date no nigga. Equally yoked and all that shit. I can't go backwards, but to like hear you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Talking like that, that's